right. Talking about no free lunch. There's never free lunch in the UFC. We're going to switch gears now. We're going to head over to Brazil. Homecoming fight for Charles Oliveira, fighting his home country versus Mateusz Gamrot. And wow, just like Boots Enos did, very impressive. Didn't waste any time at all. Oliveira, the former lightweight world champion, gets back in the win column. And like I said, but didn't waste any time. I mean, from the first round, he was all over him. He was working submissions. And it just felt like it was only a matter of time until he was able to get it. That time came in the second round. He was able to get the choke, the submission. What'd you make of this one? What'd you think of Charles Oliveira?
He's Charles Oliveira. Never count him out. Yeah, he came off a knockout loss, to the great Topuria. I think Topuria is number one in the whole UFC right now. I mean, there's a lot of guys you can look at. Pereira, Makhachev,
Islam Makhachev.
Makhachev, I want to pronounce his name right, I'm sorry. Makhachev, the other guy, of course, you got Marab, you could go on and on. There's a group that you could just put a lasso if you were a cowboy. If you were a cowboy, you could just lasso around that group. But I think Topuria might be the head of that group all around. We'll see. Of course, they're all different weight classes, or a lot of them are. So you're always gonna wonder who is the top guy. It's always gonna be a matter of your taste and your judgment. But they're all great. But Oliveira is a guy he's one of the greats. Obviously, he's headed to the Hall of Fame. And tell me, Bud, right? Is he the greatest submission artist of all time? I think he is.
He has the most submission wins in the history of the sport, 18. The most finishes, 22. And don't fight him in Brazil. 18 fights in Brazil, never lost, 17 by finish. So, yeah, I would say so.
See, that's why I love you. You do your homework. See what I mean? You do your homework. You're ready. And I have confidence. See how I could go out there on a limb and someone else, I'd be stepping into a freaking Grand Canyon. I'd be stepping into a hole and I would freaking break my other knee, but instead of just my left knee, because I'd be left out there with the guy not having the answers. But you got the answers. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. What a submission artist he is. He's got a freaking PhD in submission. That's pretty good. You have a PhD in submission? I want to hang out with you. What do you got? You went to MIT? No. Oh, what do you got? I have a PhD in submission. Let's go. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go. Let's hang out. All right. So, you know what I'd like? I like this, his attitude. He's in Brazil, to your point. He's a little stronger. He's in Brazil. He ain't losing there. That's his home. He ain't losing. He's a iconic there. He's a hero there. He's everything, right? He's a god in Brazil, and rightfully so. And he's got that extra power. And I look at things the way I do, and I see it right away. I see it in a different way. I see it where he's striking. He's not a bad striker, by the way, but he does get hit. They all get hit, but he's striking. We get the first round, I think a mistake was made by Gamrot where he tries to take him down. Like, did you forget this guy's got a PhD in submissions?
It was shocking. 30 seconds into the fight.
Maybe you shouldn't do that. Can we rewind this? We got a time machine. We'll rewind it. We'll start over. All right. So that's number one. That's almost like you tried to do that to him in Brazil. That's almost kind of like, here goes another movie. Here goes another one. Right? Goodfellas, where De Niro in the bar says you insulted him a little bit. You insulted him a little bit.
No. You insulted him a little bit. You got a little out of order yourself.
No, I didn't insult him. I didn't insult him
a little bit.
He might have insulted Oliveira. He might have insulted him a little bit. You're going to try to take me down here in my home? You haven't heard who I am? I am the submission artist. So that goes by the boards, right? And then they do some striking, right? And then the second round, it's like Oliveira said, nah, I'm gonna strike. You tried to take me down? No, I'm gonna strike with you now. I'm gonna show you that I can beat you any way I want. But I'm gonna strike you with an intent. See, I saw an intent. The intent wasn't just to win a marvelous striking game. The intent was to be the boss. The intent was to back him up. The intent was to put him on the back foot. The intent was to make him defensive. The intent was to get him in position where then he could do what he does. Take him to the floor and finish him. Kind of like I described the bear, the lion. Take him to the cave and have your way. Do what you got to do in the cave. Eat him. And that's the attitude I saw, where he's backing him up behind the jab. He got hit some good counters, but he took him. He's backing him up, putting the right hand with it, backing him up, telling him, I will finish you when I want to, on my terms. You come to my home and you insult me. No, I will insult you. I will strike with you. And then I will finish you. And that's what he did. And then I want to finish with this. We know how fast he is. We know how strong he is. We know how marvelous he is on that floor. Right, Rich? He's incredible, right? We know all that because Rich is a MMA guy. Rich is an MMA guy who's had some experience with MMA, so he loves when we do UFC. And so we know that. We know all those, his talent. But man, he's smart. Right, bud? How about his IQ? How about his IQ on the floor? How smart he is. How quick he is. How strong he is. But how smart. He knows every freaking twitch, every move, every angle. You think you got him in one place, he gets you in another. You think you got him underneath, he gets on top. You think you got him near the fence, he switches off the fence. He gets position. What did I say about Ennis? He's the full package? Oliveira's the full package.